they have reduced, they don't know their book at all except for mindless reading. يَعْلَمُونَهُ حِفْظًا وَقِرَاءَةً بِلَا فَهْمٍ. They know it in only two ways. They recite some parts of it, they memorize some parts of it without understanding any of it. لَا يَدْرُونَ مَا فِيهَا. They don't have a clue what's in it. In other words, their relationship with their book became that of a ritual. When I first heard that, this must have been 15 years ago, the hair on my skin rose. Because I come from a part of the world, Southeast Asia, the subcontinent, where we are raised, so many of us are raised and we're told, if you read the entire Qur'an at least once with a Qari Sahib, who's going to just make you just kind of read the Arabic words, and you go through it, and you know a couple of surahs like قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ إِنَّا أَعْطَيْنَاكَ الْكَوْثَرِ, enough to get by in any prayer, your obligation to the Qur'an is done. You're set. I already finished it when I was like 10, bro. And there's a Qur'an finishing party. This kid finished Qur'an, which actually means he read the Arabic of it, one end to the other, and that's something to be celebrated. And then there's the next step of it, which is some more religious families in whom, and that's actually transpired here as well, so many expats and people from different parts of the world, I want my child to be a hafiz. Because if you want, we make dua to Allah, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. Well, dunya means med school, akhirah means hifz of Qur'an. If I have med school and hifz of Qur'an, my kid is set. This combination, you can't go wrong. And now the problem with that mentality is you have a huge population of young people that have memorized the entire Qur'an, and the vast majority of them have no concern for what it means, have no idea what it means, have never been told that the memorization was only supposed to be a means to a much larger end. Let me tell you, as a student of the Qur'an, one of the best things you can do for yourself is to memorize Qur'an. As a student of Qur'an. Why? Al-Qur'an yufassiru ba'duhu ba'da. Qur'an explains itself. You're reading something in Ali Imran, it reminds you of something in Baqarah because it's already in your heart. You didn't have to flip the pages to find it, it was already there. You're reading something in Surah Al-Shu'ara, it reminds you something from Surah Taha. And you connect the dots yourself because you're a hafiz. The purpose of memorization was so you could see how all of the book, أُحْكِمَتْ آيَاتُهُ ثُمَّ فُصِّلَتْ, how its ayat are tightened together, wound together, and then they're separated and explained. How it all comes together, and how these connections are constantly being formed. That was the purpose of the memorization of the Qur'an. The purpose of the memorization of the Qur'an was also that you stand in the middle of the night and recite, and enjoy the recitation, and just speak to Allah when you're reciting. You're reciting His words and you feel like He's talking to you. It wasn't about, perfecting your tajweed and sounding like the famous Qari, so you listen to his recitation over and over again so you can copy him when you lead Taraweeh. It wasn't about that. That was never the point. But we reduced our relationship with the book to a very artificial one. Even to the point, I personally, you don't have to agree with me at all, and I don't care if it sounds controversial, but this is the month of Qur'an, and if we don't say it like it is in this month, I don't know when we're going to say it. We say about children, or about even schools, this place we teach Qur'an. This place teaches Qur'an. It's a Qur'an school. That's not a Qur'an school, that's a memorization school. Qur'an is much more than memorization. Oh, we teach Qur'an here, which means we just teach the reading of Qur'an here. This is a Qaida Nuraniya school. This is a read the 30th Juz school. This is not a Qur'an school. Teaching Qur'an that's one little piece of teaching Qur'an. But teaching Qur'an means that you take people from basic reading to actually an internalization and a lifelong a journey of reflection. The whole thing. I'm not saying it's just understanding and not recitation. But to take a piece of it and then call that a Qur'an education and then turn around and say, my kid knows Qur'an. Really? Your kid knows Qur'an? Can I know what he knows? Can I hear what he recite something. And then you dare ask, what did that mean, child? What did you just recite? خُذُوهُ فَغُلُّوهُ ثُمَّ الْجَحِيمَ صَلُّوهُ. This kid is reciting beautifully. Grab him, throw him in hell, tie him in chains. And people are like, MashaAllah, oh. Subhanallah. The reciter and the listener have no idea